Guys, I know it's because I don't sleep well. That's all it is.
It's a Monday. And do that again. The volume is wrong. Here we go. It's a Monday, and we're here to do Monday things.
What were you talking about?
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Monday show.
It's Tuesday, but the Monday show.
It is Tuesday, isn't it?
Yep. Yesterday
I
was
actually kind of
weird
forgot. I kind of forgot.
because you got home from Vegas.
I was in Vegas.
A little
and I
too
was
late for the show.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. You know that song?
Yeah.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
On the road again.
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
It's almost 100 or something now. 100.
Music with my
Anyway.
friends. He's on King of the Hill at one point.
I know he is.
Yeah.
He's one of the great guest voices on there.
That's great. He plays
I
himself.
saw a clip of that show. Was it you that was telling me to watch the addiction one? Not addiction one. The one about the
poop?
the pills.
Nope.
They're the ones that did Scavenger's Reign. Nick was raving about it last week.
Oh, yeah. Nick was the one who
Nick's
was
the
saying
one
about
that's
it.
seen it.
Yeah.
I want to see that now because I saw a clip while I was gone. Cartoon Network was
It
just
looks
on
really
the
good.
hotel, and I heard Mike Judge talking.
Oh, he's in it. Oh, yeah. Nick said he was in it.
It's not full like Hank Hill or anything.
No, but you can hear him.
But you can hear him.
Yeah.
And it threw me. And Mom's the one that said it because I was reading my
is it
book and Mom goes,
called?
why does that sound a little like Hank Hill? And I went, what? And I started listening. I go, oh, because that's Mike Judge. And Nick told us this.
Cannot think of what it's called. It's about
Addicting.
mushrooms.
Addiction.
Nope. It's not that.
Leftover drug hole. I don't know.
Leftover drug hole.
What do you think it
Common
is?
side effects.
Common side effect.
Thank you, McFerrick.
How come everyone knows but us?
Because we're dumb.
Well,
We've
anyway,
established this
we have established it many times.
through example.
And we'll do it again.
Huzzah.
Hey, let's get into it. Carter, you were here all weekend covering for us.
I
while
was.
Me and Mom went to Las Vegas and saw Dead Mouse. Dead Mao
Moth.
5. Dead Mao 5. Mao 5.
Aw.
Do you want to see a picture of him?
I do.
Chat gets to see him. That's how close we were. Here, you can see
So
it over
Mom
here.
said you guys were right up on the rails.
Right up on the rails. He was right there next to us, above us. I actually inhaled smoke from his lungs
Ew.
because he smokes.
Indirect kiss.
And that dude's barely 41, 42, something like that.
Really?
But he looks
Thought he'd be older.
58 or 59. And I think
'Cause
it's
he
the
smokes.
smoking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. Because he kept taking the helmet off. That's the other thing that was weirding me out. It's not that he's never been one to hide. Like,
No.
people know what he looks like. But he took the helmet off a lot during the show.
Yeah. You just don't expect that.
Well, the way he used it to his advantage in that there was like a bunch of songs in the set, and then he would take it off and like be stoked, and everybody's cheering, he's drinking and smoking. And
Yeah,
it's like, hey,
he's
this
having
is
a
my
great
face.
time.
And then you start talking to everybody, and then later, as you this is when you knew the show was going to get close to the last few tracks. Picked up the helmet, put it back on. I was like, all right, we're going
like, I
out
get
with
to be
like
sweaty
full,
again.
Yeah, I call it helmet, but really it's just
It's a helmet.
it's a helmet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's pretty cool how it works. Actually, that the gold bit on his face rolls up, so he goes and takes like a drink or
Like a little,
yeah,
like blinds.
yeah, and he has a cord on it because the lights, the
Yeah,
eyes
it's
light
like
up later on.
LEDs and such.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and his visual stuff, you would love it because it's super visual. Huge screen. This thing in front of him is a screen. This weird shape.
Yeah, so it looked like a cube.
And no one knew until later because the set before him, this Callie Federighi or whatever her name is,
Yeah.
she was awesome, by the way. Real good. She blew my mind, actually. I thought she was like great. She's on his record label, so it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But this thing was just black for her.
Oh, so you wouldn't have known that it was
Didn't
like
know
a cool
until
light
he came
up-y-
out there. All of a sudden, brass, things like on fire with imagery, and there's this huge mouse face coming at you, and we're right there.
Yeah, you're like in it.
But it was great. And I didn't have most concerts tear my ears apart. This is a lot of bass, so it just didn't bother me.
I could see that.
I don't like the high pitch. I like the low. I could feel it in my mangina.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Don't talk about
Don't say
your
that again?
vagina
Okay.
ever again. Thank you.
You don't know about all the weird things that happen. I'll tell you very quickly because I already went way into this on TMS.
Okay.
I've talked about it again. I got offered drugs twice.
Not surprised.
Dude asked me for Molly. I said, sorry, I don't
Yeah.
have any. Other guy asked me for poppers. Never even heard of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Mom was telling me that. I don't know what about you is like screams old drug guy, but
I think, and then there's another guy that touched my butt for a really long time. I
Oh.
think that I am a genre of man that I am not aware of.
you're a genre of
Yeah.
man.
Like a tall, maybe,
definitely
a
tall.
little gray, a little gray, not fox.
How do people behind you feel since you were up against the rails in front of everyone and also a giant?
He's raised up.
Okay, so it wasn't bad.
No, there was no way. It was reminding me of like, not like a movie theater where the seats are elevated to go up. He was elevated.
Yeah.
So everybody can see him. He's way higher than us.
Okay.
So that's me looking up at him and probably holding my camera like this.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Because it looks like you're pretty much maybe a little raised, but mostly even with him.
I mean, that would be obnoxious. You're right. And people would hate it. But,
yeah.
But it wasn't a problem. The crowd was massive and loud and everywhere. So getting up in front was good.
How was the weed smell?
Not bad.
Really?
I can't tell if it's because the place was super aerated. Also, we're on the side that is actually outdoor.
Yeah, it was technically out in the open.
It was doing that thing, where they shoot flames out of the roof. And you could feel it. It was just like,
oh, that sounds sweaty.
It was weird.
It was already 90 degrees there or whatever.
Yeah. But at night, it's actually kind of nice, and they had a lot of air blowing and misters and misses.
Misters and misses.
And it was a good time. We had a really good time, and the music was awesome. And it just and Mom loved,
Mom loves concerts.
She loves concerts. She loves techno. She loves dead
This
mouse.
was her jam.
This was on her bucket list.
This was for her, not for you.
No.
No.
Although I have to admit, I had a really good time.
That's good. I'm glad
Except
you had
for
a
all
good
the
time.
people making passes and grabbing me. I didn't even tell you about the guy who kept putting his arm around me.
Yeah.
All stoned and going, hey, man. Hey.
It's really funny. This is your first experience with something like that.
Well, I've been to lots of concerts, lots of stoned people.
No, I mean.
But not like Molly. Or,
people grabbing at you and
no one's
their
ever
arm
done
around
that.
you and-
Never
yeah.
had anybody grab at me.
How
Is this how
interesting.
women feel?
Yeah.
Except I don't feel that threatened. I
In
just thought
every
it was weird.
crowd.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy next to us was going, you guys are so, he was talking to me and Mom, you guys are so awesome. You're an inspiration. I've been married 4 years and I have a little kid. What's the secret? And
What a
Mom's like,
weirdo.
well, always communicate.
You guys are having like a full conversation at this concert.
we're yelling this back and forth.
Having therapy session.
And he's right here.
Yeah.
So it's so weird.
That is weird.
But he kept going and going and going. And finally, he finished doing that. And then he starts groping some girl in front of him. And I went, oh, I should have just said my advice was don't cheat on your
I
wife.
hope that was his wife.
No.
Really?
It wasn't. Yeah, I already know it wasn't.
Ooh.
Because he said earlier it
That's
wasn't.
fun.
Yep. And he had a friend there with a really bad mustache.
What's your secret? I don't know. Don't cheat on your wife.
Yeah.
That seems pretty obvious.
Be faithful. Commit yourself to somebody and
Yeah.
don't cheat while you're in Vegas.
That tends to be the way.
Might have been the drugs. I don't know. But if you want to hear more about that, I went into deep, dark talk on the morning stream today about this and all my other experiences. I did have one thing I wanted to share with you that Mitsula told me.
Okay.
Mitsula's going to be annoyed that I'm telling everyone this. Maybe. I don't know if he will be.
Mitsula's the coolest.
He's the best. We had lunch or brunch with him.
Don't upset him.
Brunch with him at a French place. Not that it matters whether it's
It was the
or not.
French.
Twas the French per usual. We ate there. We had a great time. And then I made a comment where I said, why do you think Dana White, the CEO and founder of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, why does he have such a terrible reputation? Why is he such a douchebag? Why does he beat his wife in public? He's on cameras doing that. Why is he just such a douche? And he looks at me, and it wasn't like he was being rude to me.
Yeah.
But he said it so matter-of-factly that it kind of hit me like, well, of course. He looks at me and in his wisdom says, he goes, let's see, Scott. A guy who made his entire fortune on figuring out a way to have human cockfighting be a thing. I wonder if that person has some personal issues.
Sometimes you're a little naive, Dad.
Oh, I know. Very much. And that was just like, well, of course. He's 100% right.
Yeah, like, of course.
Like, duh.
This is not a...
But I don't always add them. I don't always take. There's always something under the hood. I'm looking at the front of it, just saying, okay, well, I don't know him. Why? And then people say he's terrible. I'm like, well, why? You got all this money and exciting stuff, and you have the most popular thing since when boxing was big. And
sometimes that's the answer.
yeah, I guess
You got all this money and attention.
I guess that's it. But we saw the announcer guy that does like the ring announcer stuff.
Yeah, cool.
He was in this $20,000 exclusive booth at the concert.
Oh, wow.
With a bunch of other bigwigs from the UFC,
Yeah.
people I didn't know.
Fancy people.
A couple of wrestlers or fighters. Sorry, UFC fans. They're not wrestlers.
They're not wrestlers.
A couple of fighters were there. I didn't know their names. One of them was in, he looked like a little boy. He wore,
He looked like a little boy.
what do you call it's like what Mario wears. What's that called?
Suspenders or overalls.
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 He's wearing like little boy overalls, a little baseball hat.
This is the look.
Is it a look?
It is the look at the moment.
Oh gosh, I don't think I like it. It's not a good look.
It's very 90s.
Yeah, the 90s are really roaring back, aren't they? I like the 90s, but let's slow down on the Jenko jeans.
I agree. I saw actual real Jinko jeans the other day in a store on a teenager, and he pulled an entire iPod out of his butt pocket.
iPod?
iPod. iPad.
Really?
Yeah. He literally just pulled it right out and
that's
had an iPad.
That's a great way to travel with your iPad, though.
Is it? Until you sit on it.
That's a good point.
Like a phone.
Well, anyway, this old guy had some 20-something-year-old, someone younger than you, just hanging on his arm. And he looked like 68.
He looked crispy.
He's old, crispy. He looked like an Italian, like a Sopranos guy. Like, hey, what's up? What do you want me to do? Hey, Vinny. Like that kind of guy.
All right.
Big pompadour hair. Just looked like he...
Yeah. You know, yeah.
He's in a Scorsese movie. He's a very big stereotype. Anyway, it was a lot of that stuff going on, a lot of rich people, a lot of money. All these booths were like, the back rear ones were like $1,000 to reserve. And it went all the way up to, like I say, 12, 20 grand, 15 grand.
Yeah.
Depending on who you were. If they had champagne there, or they had some kind of booze there that was worth so much money, you'd have to, it's as much as like a starter house. And the whole time I'm thinking, dude, my kids are working their ass off to try to figure out what they're going to do.
And now you're surrounded by
and you're going to buy a bottle of wine that costs a house.
Yeah. Ew.
And it'll be nothing to you.
Yeah.
Like,
that's gross.
It is gross.
I hate it.
But Dead Mouse was great. And
I'm happy you had a good time.
The girl before him, I cannot remember her last name, but Callie, whatever. Figi, Fergurger.
This is why you got to have a stage name. So, like Dead Mouse.
She just should be
easy to remember.
Callie. Anyway, she was really good. And she was just, you could tell she's like up and coming. Stuff's going to happen for her. She's super cute. She looks like she could be a model. That's the weird thing. She's super cool and like way into
she's like
this.
Really pretty.
But when she's just standing there, you're like, yeah, you're like Christian Dior looking. You could be selling bags down at the fashion mall they have there.
You're going to be selling bags at the fashion mall. I don't think this is your area of expertise, Dan.
Not at all. It's not even close. That's not what models even do.
No. Down at the corner store selling bags.
It was fun, though.
That is fun.
Oh, I got to tell you the thing I haven't told anybody, though.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
So here's some exclusive Monday show. I saw a tattooed dog. And the way it was tattooed is it was
an actual dog.
It was like your kind of dog.
Yeah.
Ripley style. Not, I don't know what breed, but a bigger, larger, kind of houndy looking dog.
Okay.
But the front from its rib cage forward, normal dog, fur and everything.
Okay.
But not thick, just like Ripley, short.
Short hair.
From the mid down to the bottom of her back feet, completely shaved. And on her back was like this really, I think it was a her. I didn't see a dog wiener.
You didn't say a wiener.
Big, elaborate, swirly, complex tattoo.
Was it an actual tattoo?
Yeah.
That seems like abuse.
Well, there was no people around this dog. So I only thing I could think of is this was like, I don't know what.
The dog didn't get itself tattooed, Dad.
No, I know that. But that's what made it weird. I was like, why is this dog on its own? Why is it tattooed?
Yeah.
It's freshly shaved. Almost like the tattoo's new.
Maybe it escaped.
Maybe it escaped. Yeah.
That kind of awful.
Isn't that weird? I know. I didn't think it was good.
No.
And I didn't have the wherewithal to take a picture because we were trying to get out of the heat. But it was hot. You would have hated it.
That is weird.
103.
That's like so bizarre and also so Vegas.
Would you have liked the 100? Well, it's more like 107 in them.
I think I would have just laid down and died.
Wasn't that bad. We stayed mostly indoor. And then as soon as the sun would go down behind all the strip buildings, it was lovely. Because
it's a desert.
90 and dry is nothing. It's fine. Just walk around. It really wasn't.
Our highs were like in the early 90s. What's wrong with me?
The early 90s.
The low 90s today or this weekend.
We were talking about the 90s earlier.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The low 90s, and it was miserably hot.
Well, the good news is our air conditioner still works.
Correct. No one else's does.
I think it's on its final leg, though. I really do.
Nick's air conditioner's borked. Taylor's was borked this morning.
Yep. They had to get a new one.
So we've had people over all day.
Nick and B and the baby stayed 2 nights.
Yep. Woke me right up in the middle of the night.
The 2 other littles are staying here tonight because mom just wants it all. She wants it all at the same time.
Those kids are cute and wonderful.
But you're not sleeping.
But I'm not sleeping. And it's not good.
No, probably not. You
It's
need to
good
get some
for
sleep.
anyone.
You should get a nap. Maybe after this. Just take a quick 30 minute.
Nap makes me feel bad.
Maybe you need to get there, though. Maybe you need to find a way.
Nap makes me feel gross. It makes my mouth taste bad.
Well, you can brush your teeth.
Yeah, but I don't want nap bad.
All right. I like a nap sometimes. Not always.
You nap often. You practice at napping.
Well, we were out till 3:30 that night, and I could not go to sleep. So 5 a.m. roughly, I finally fall asleep. And then we still got up at 8 or 8:30.
Yeah.
Because it just...
You just do.
Your body.
Yeah.
And we're also an hour earlier over there, so it was really an hour later here. So we just got up, went and got breakfast. That's the best breakfast I ever had. I think it's because I was so tired from the night before. I was so hungry.
Your brain was like, food.
And then that afternoon, we were like, all right, let's go to the pool. Let's just sit down for a second, though. Maybe we'll pull Food Network on. Let's just chill in the hotel for just a minute. Next thing you know, it was the best nap.
You nap like a pro, though. You can just conk yourself out with a dog on your lap.
It takes a little while. And it's often nightmare-y.
Okay. Why would you do it then?
Because I'm tired. So you should let yourself go if you're tired.
Which, by the way, yesterday, Alicia was playing games down here. I was upstairs. I did take a nap yesterday.
Yeah.
By accident. Didn't mean to.
I know.
Fell asleep.
I heard about that.
But Alicia comes upstairs and she's like, yeah, your dad was like asking where you were. And I was like, oh, she's napping, I think. And you were like, oh, what a lazy butt.
It was a joke. I passed it off as all I said was, that lazy butt. It was a joke. She knows.
You, sir.
She knows.
No, she knows.
She knows my tone.
You don't get to say nothing.
Exactly. That's why I said it.
You nap almost every day.
It's ridiculous. Now that's not true. That's not true. Almost every day? Not even close.
I'm going to start documenting.
Do it.
I'm going to.
Do it.
I was out on the boats all day yesterday, so I was sun tired.
Yeah, that'll happen. I get that way too. I think that's also why we were so tired, because we did a lot of strip stuff that day.
It's hot. The heat kills me.
Well, we were at the Treasure Island, which was really nice and clean. And
that's
also
nice.
Very centrally located, and it's like one of the only casinos left with free parking.
Yeah.
So we could kind of go anywhere
Shocked
from
they
there.
still have free parking.
I know.
You know,
nice, though.
Speaking of money
Yeah.
and people spending way too much money and being rich assholes,
Yeah.
I watched Squid Game while you were gone.
Oh, gosh.
The third season of Squid Game.
So you're all done?
So it's all done.
Yeah.
I have so many opinions that I will not share because there'll be spoilers.
Wait. Opinions. What do you mean? You mean whether it was good or not? Or
Well, certain parts and certain things.
You don't think certain things were good?
Well, okay. Everyone agrees. The guests, who are like the rich people that show up, for some reason their acting was abysmal. Like literally some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
it sounded like they were dubbed over.
They weren't good in the first season.
Worse though.
Worse?
Like way worse.
Really?
They sounded like they were dubbed over. They were like, wow, I would hate to be in that predicament. Like it was a lot of that stuff.
Oh, jeez.
It was really bad.
I wonder why they did that.
I don't know. It was really off-putting. I wonder if they did it on purpose because it is off-putting.
Yeah. You know what also is off-putting?
When pudding goes
Skin.
bad.
When you get the skin on it.
fridge.
That's off-putting.
Off-putting. Got it.
But I should still finish this out, right? I should watch it.
You should definitely watch it.
Okay.
I want to know what you think.
Does the old man come back?
I'm not going to say anything.
Really?
Because it's so interesting.
Do they lick a bunch of cookies again?
They lick a bunch of cookies. Oh, well, have you seen season 2?
No, none yet.
Oh.
I'm watching that whole thing.
There's stuff about the cookies in that one.
Because they're not really season 3. This is like a split season.
Yeah, it's like 2 and 3 are the same season, but they're both really long, so they split them up.
Oh, there's that many episodes per?
I think there's 7 in the third.
Oh, well, then they may as well call it 3.
Yeah, it's 3. It's just that 2 ends on a cliffhanger that 3 picks up.
And 6 months later, they aired it.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really good, though. It was really fun.
Okay.
I cried a lot.
You cried a lot.
But that's normal. If you've seen Squid Game, you know that's normal.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see it.
I'm excited for you to see it.
We almost saw a movie, but we didn't. What we were going to do? Oh, if Weapons had been out, the movie Weapons. By the guy that made Barbarian.
Oh, okay.
And which, by the way, I am sure that this means that whatever Weapons means, it's not what I think it means.
No,
because the first movie
was
like, is there a barbarian?
Wild.
Is it barbaric? Is there this or is it that? It's like, no, it's the name of the street these people are on.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's Barbarian Street.
That's
literally
what a terrible street name.
Right, but it's perfect for the movie. So I assume Weapons, which looks awesome based on the trailers, is just going to be something all different than you think of Weapons. It's going to be like, I don't know. That's the fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you. I will not be watching it.
Come on, let's go. Me and you,
No.
Mom, get down there. Mom, she even told me, she goes on this trip, she goes, you know what? I don't know what happened, but somehow I'm way into horror movies now.
I don't get it.
And I'm like, it took this long in our marriage.
I can't do horror movies, but I can do horror games. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is in my brain.
I know. Well, is it okay? Let's explore that for just a second, because the reason I don't like scary video games is because I'm in control. That sounds counterintuitive, but because I'm in control, and if I die
You
or
feel like
something
you're more
screws
part
up,
of it.
it's my fault if I whatever. So it's just more real to me.
I think something about the
movie,
passiveness.
it's just like they're just gonna do their stuff.
I know, but I think there's something about the passiveness of watching it all happen that is worse for my brain for some reason.
Yeah, I think that we have flipped.
It's really weird because I really like I like horror games and I still jump scare. It's not like I'm not scared of them, but I just do better with them.
Yeah.
And I don't get horrifying nightmares afterward.
Well, that's good. You don't want those.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
No nightmares.
Hooray.
Yay. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, speaking of cats and dogs and kennels,
Oh my gosh.
you going to just tell the story?
So this was a while ago, but we keep forgetting to talk about it.
It's so dumb. Dude.
Okay, I always say my dog, because my dog will chase my cat, and she's really scary because she's big and loud, right? And so people will be like, oh my gosh, your dog's going to kill your cat. Like, this is super scary. I have evidence that she will never hurt that cat, and it's because you locked them in the same kennel. My cat likes to sit in the back of my dog's kennel while she's not in there because I think it's cooler.
Are we going to make this clear that I didn't do this on purpose?
No, you didn't do it on purpose. So he sits in the back, and he's hard to see if you're not looking for him. And so Ripley I'll do it sometimes where I'll be like, go kennel up, like get in there, and she'll be really hesitant and weird, and then I'll look in and it's because the cat's in there.
Yeah.
But you locked them in for how long? How long was it?
It was hours.
It was hours, like 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours, yeah. And I didn't know. I put Ripley in bed thinking, but now it makes sense because when I took her in there, she got really hesitant at the gate.
She gets really
stopped,
weird,
looked at me.
I don't want to go in.
And I couldn't tell that she had seen something.
Yeah.
I just thought she was being obstinate and didn't want to go to bed. I'm like, get in there. So she puts her head down and goes in there. And then I shut it. And then I never thought about it again.
And so I walked in.
And so the whole time there's a big, giant 70-pound dog sharing the same tiny space as a freaking psycho cat. How did that work?
He literally, I walk in and he's sitting at the cage just staring at me with his paws up, and Ripley's looking at me with the biggest, saddest eyes.
Do you think they were just uncomfortable with each other? And
they were just unhappy. No one had any scratches. No one had anything, no one was hurt in any way, shape, or form. They were just stressed out.
It's like sharing an elevator with a politician you don't like.
Yeah. We're just like,
it's like, we're going to get there. No one's going to die here today, but I really don't want to be here.
This is my proof that my big 70-pound dog will not hurt another animal, even though she's a big, dumb hound dog.
So no cuddling up, no, we're in this together.
They have slept, on my bed, they've slept and been, touching, but they don't exactly cuddle.
That'd be cute, though, if she got all cuddled up in her little, Ripley's big front zone there.
Her front zone?
The cat would fit right in there. She won't do it.
I wonder if Deckard will outlive Ripley sometimes.
Well, who's younger?
Ripley. Ripley's 5. Deckard is
what does that make?
9, I believe.
So Ripley's middle age now.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know. But
how long did Weimaraners live?
I don't know.
Have you ever looked it up? Dude, you don't want to know.
I don't know if I want to know.
I want to find out.
But I do know that Maine Coons, which Deckard is half, are the longest living cats on average. And he's 9. And I think the oldest cat is 32 in a Maine Coon. So I wonder if he'll outlive her.
Might.
He might.
I mean, they can sometimes live forever, those cats.
Yeah, they live
get
forever.
Crazy outskirts.
My
outliers.
My friend's parents' cat, they call him Boy Cat.
Why?
Because I think his name is Jared or something. Because her parents are kind of basic with cat names.
Did he used to work at Subway and then got in trouble and went to prison?
Oh my gosh. No.
Okay. That's not why they named it that?
But yeah, their cat is, I think, 17 or 18 years old, and he's still a vibrant little thing.
Okay, Weimaraners typically have a lifespan. It's not going to surprise you, but a lifespan of about 6 to 7 years. Just kidding. 13 to 10, or 10 to 13.
10 to 13, which is about average for most larger dogs.
Most larger dogs.
Yeah.
So she's good. Factors such as diet and health can influence their longevity. You do a really good job of feeding her and keeping her away from stuff she shouldn't. And she only rarely gets into crap she shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, did we ever?
She ate
Did we have any
freaking chicken bone?
Yeah, did that go bad?
No, she's fine.
Okay. I don't know how she did that.
It was on the counter. The problem. Okay.
No, I mean I don't know how she passed it without having a problem.
I don't know. She's built different.
Yeah.
The problem with anyone ever coming over to our house is no one knows how to, like, I am very like, make sure nothing's on a counter that she can reach, make sure nothing drops on the floor that could hurt her, stuff like that. People who aren't used to that will just like leave stuff around. And it's not even their fault. They're just not used to having this kind of dog who will get into things, but it causes problems every time.
Yeah.
I
mean, what are you going to do though?
Nothing.
Nothing. The answer is nothing. Suffer along with us, everyone. Suffer with us. All right, Carter, that's fine. I will never do that again, or I will be more careful. Even though they got along just fine.
Yeah, they're fine. But yeah, sometimes when she's like really hesitant, you have to look in and make sure the cat's not in there.
Probably not a good default to have them in there together.
No.
All right, I learned a trick in Vegas about crowds.
What is this?
Because you and I don't like them. We share this, right?
Yeah, no, hate crowds.
Especially indoor.
Agoraphobia.
Cramped indoor crowds are the worst. Rather die. This was outdoors, that helped. But it was still body to body for miles.
Everyone's sweating and touching each other.
Yeah, on the butt for a long time sometimes. Apparently I am a man of a certain type.
You're a man with a butt that is touchable.
I'm a genre.
You are a genre.
Of man.
I feel like you are.
I must be.
A genre of man.
Because I kept getting looks too. It's all from dudes, mind you. No ladies.
I wonder why.
No one's checking me out but your mother. Oh, by the way, she only got complimented on her hairdo 50 times in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Everyone loves Mom.
We walked everywhere. Even when people were like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, that's closed. You can't go that way. Oh, okay, no problem. By the way, I love your hair. This happened all the time. And I was like, come on, I'm here. I'm with her. You can compliment. Hey, sir, I really like your...
No offense.
Your nipples are showing through
You don't
your
have
shirt.
anything that's like particularly like, oh, wow,
That just jumps out at you.
Yeah.
Pretty plain.
Yeah, you're just a guy. Just a fella.
All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. Ba-derp, derp. They played a lot of that kind of music. That era, that 90s, mid-90s era, grunge and alternative.
Yeah.
Every casino blaring that over the thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's all coming back.
Anyway.
Nostalgia or whatever.
Also, I noticed this trip. Maybe it was true in April too, but if you want to eat, nothing's under $20.
No. That's kind of true here too. It's harder to find stuff under 20.
Do you want to know?
Unless you eat fast food.
Well,
and even then,
you can get a good sandwich at Mike's for like 10.
I feel like there are more. They're like 15 at Mike's.
Depends on what you do. You like to get your weird fishy bull crap.
No, I get a vegetarian one that's cheaper than yours.
Oh. But here's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Crowds.
They're
all about position.
Okay.
For me.
What does that mean?
Here's what we did. And I was actually dead set against it until we did it.
Okay.
So Mom's like, do you want to go up front? And I'm like, ugh, are you kidding? Because I didn't know if it was going to get moshy or whatever.
Mom's an up front crowd kind of person.
She loves that crowd.
She loves it.
Loves it. Because she was deprived of it as a child or as a teenager.
She's the reason why Taylor has a rib out of place. Or had a rib out of place. It's back in place.
What was the... It was a concert?
Yeah, it was Dropkick Murphys.
Oh, I remember this
and
now.
they were because there was a mosh pit behind them, but they were on the rails. So they were getting shoved into the bars. Yeah.
That sucks.
It was rough.
Is that better now?
Yeah, I think so.
If I flicked it when she walked by?
I mean, that's over 10 years ago.
What if I went, boink, next time I see her?
I don't think she'd take kindly to it. Whether her rib's out of place or not.
All right, so they were saying that, and Riley's like, they were with us, and he's like, I'll stay back here with you. It's fine. And the girls decide to go up front. And they do that, Lauren and Kim, and they're gone for a while. And Riley goes, you want to go up there? And I said,
Riley wanted to go.
I mean, I think he was good either way, but he goes, she just texted me because she texted him. Said, you should come up here with us. And he's like, should we go up there? And I said, yeah, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
And this is all by accident that I figured this out. Okay. We worm and weem our way through these people.
Weem.
And somehow, we were still on the DJ guy before the girl who's like before him and then him. So it hadn't gotten banana time yet.
Yeah.
So we were able to do that. And we got pretty close to the front. There was a little layer of people in front of us, but for the most part, we were right there.
Yeah.
And then those people filtered out eventually, and every time someone would, we'd move up, move up, move up.
Yeah.
By the time we're to Joel.
To Joel.
His name's Joel Zimmerman. I keep...
Dead Mouse.
Dead Mouse
Yep.
is playing. We are on the bar.
Yeah.
Next to the security dude who's just kind of going...
Yep. That's what they do.
And he had cool earbuds.
Listening to his podcast.
Yeah, who knows what he had in there. He did seem really interested in the Dead Mouse screen thing, this green thing.
I mean, yeah, it'd be really cool.
Kept looking at it. Anyway, so what happened is my view became him and his stage thing and his big video screen, and then him dancing and, yelling and doing the thing. And that's it.
Yeah.
There's not a billion people in front of me.
Yeah, so it makes you feel less like there's a billion
people. I
people.
felt like way less. So the only time
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, and the only time I look back is I did a video real quick to show how far back it went. I sent it to you guys.
Yeah.
And it was almost shocking. I was just like, oh,
yeah, it
shit.
doesn't feel... You're right. It's about what you can see.
And all they had to do was just rush forward, and I would have been so panicked. Oh, my gosh. Like that thing with Taylor and her rib, I'd lose it.
Yeah.
They're going to see Dollar Ha tonight.
They are seeing Keisha.
Did she get rid of the dollar sign?
There's no dollar sign now.
No, I liked it when it was
dollar
Dollar
sign,
Ha.
yeah, but dollar sign was part of the asshole producer guy. That was his doing.
Going timber, we're gonna run. What's another song? Hey, I'm yelling timber, right? And she got another one.
Hey.
Hey, girls, we're on a roll tonight.
Why does it sound like country when you do it?
I don't know.
We're on a roll tonight.
Yeehaw.
I don't even know what you're trying to sing.
I don't remember, but they're gonna go see Kesha and Keisha.
Kesha.
It's not Keisha.
No.
Okay.
I was saying Keisha, like a quiche, like an egg tart.
Quiche or Kesh.
Quiche
I'd
or
like
Kesh?
the. Can I get the avocado Kesh? They'd say what?
What?
I'm sorry, the avocado Dollar Ha. Ooh, wink, wink. Both my eyes.
Blink, blink.
Blink, blink. Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
so that was my new trick. If you can get in front and not get mushed, it's just for those like me who it's not even like a full blown like freak out anxiety. I just don't like it. I just rather not do it.
I am half and half because I can deal with crowds if I need to. But there is a point that I will hit where it becomes a full blown panic. Like I need to leave. I need to get out of here. I'm sweaty and itchy and ugh.
Yeah, I get that. But
So I tend to avoid crowds.
I didn't have any this week. I had no.
That's good.
Yeah, it was super chill, actually. I had a really nice time. And it was not too crazy. And we hung out with Riley and Lauren, and that was fun. It's always good to see them. We had people to eat with and whatever. And seeing Chris was cool. And it was just a chill thing. Actually, I honestly think us walking around and hearing the little chips sounds at the World Series of Poker.
That's so cool.
That was rad.
That sounds like kind of magical.
It was super cool. Like
I'm kind of jealous.
In my head, they're like, I'm thinking they're all just gambling their money away over there.
But you get to hear the clickies.
I get to hear the little, and I don't really have an ASMR source, but that might be it. I've got to find it because I found some ambience online that is that noise, but it's tons of crowd noise too.
Yeah, you want like a
I don't want that. I want that weird silence where it's barely a hum of people talking. It's real low. Everyone's being like church over there. That was weird because the rest of this casino,
that's kind of bizarre.
And then you go in there, it's just hush over, and then just, and I could have just stayed there, and let it wash over me.
Just chill.
It was neat.
Like, why is this guy taking a nap in the hall?
What the hell's wrong with that guy?
What the hell?
What the hell? All right, we got a note, a text from Ron Trinitron, or is it just Ron Trinitron?
Ron Trin.
I put too many Rons in there. Ron Trinitron. He's called him before, or talked him before, texted him before.
Okay.
He says this at Quick Cast. What's the name of the thing? My brain. Voicecast.app/Monday. He says, quote, "What are Nick's artistic powers?" Unquote.
Ugh.
Now, Nick's not here to answer this. However,
Nick is very, very good.
He is
at
stupid
structure in drawings.
It's gross.
It's gross, and he doesn't practice.
Nope.
So this is just natural talent.
Once in a while, pull out a pen, pull out a napkin, blow everybody's mind, and have us go, Nick, why aren't you working in like comics?
Yeah.
Or
and then
something?
he doesn't pick up a pen for the next 3 months.
And then 3 months later, you're like, hey, you been drawn? Nah.
Yeah.
It makes me actually angry.
Infuriating.
I know.
Because
it's just raw talent in there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because some people have talent. I don't think I'm a person who has talent. I know some people
you had
argue.
to work it. I don't think I did either.
So hard from being born to this point. I did not have natural talent.
As soon as you came out the chute, grabbed a crayon and went.
Just went for it.
Yep. Didn't even have time to clean her off.
But I did not. I don't have any like natural talent for that stuff. It took me a long time. Nick has the most incredible natural talent that he just doesn't do.
It's obnoxious. Pisses me off. It really makes me mad.
No, it's infuriating.
It makes me mad not because he's good but because way
he's
better
not
than us.
doing anything.
Because he's not doing anything with it.
And it's so good.
Ugh.
It's so disappointing.
I'd show you guys some stuff if I had anything handy, but it's really good. He did a Spider-Man once where I was just like, Nick.
And he just poops it out.
Yeah.
He like in like 20 minutes.
20 minutes done. Not even that.
Me and him drew on a stream a little while ago. We want to do more of them once he moves into his new apartment, but
drew on a stream. Draw it on a stream. Drew on a stream.
We were drawing on the stream.
You drew on a stream. You were drawing on the stream.
I was drawing, yes.
That's perfect.
And even there, we were just drawing really silly, quick doodles. Even there, he's so good.
Yeah. It's gross. Pisses me off.
Yeah. It's frustrating.
I wish he would lean into it because I think he'd
he's amazing.
He'd outdo us all. I don't know what his deal is.
Yeah.
You know who else can draw but doesn't do it hardly ever? Your mother. You know who else can draw and never hardly ever does it? Taylor. Kind of.
Taylor.
It's a different kind of art.
Yeah, it's a different art.
It's very designy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Patterns and stuff.
She's a good little graphic
It's a
designer.
form. It's not like you're asking, we're not saying Carter or Taylor do some portraits or something.
Yeah.
But she's got this thing.
She does have a patterned, like...
I feel like it feeds from her photo work and
probably.
stuff. But all of you are talented as hell. Nick's the only one that just makes me want to slap him.
Yeah.
Because he's so good.
He's so good. He has so much natural talent.
Damn it. I want to see him blow up.
Yeah. You want to see him explode.
Yeah, I want to watch my son explode. My only boy. My boy.
My boy. My son.
My son has exploded.
Did you have any particular want of like genders for your kids?
Yes. Have I not told you this?
No.
I wanted exactly what I got. I wanted 2 girls first.
Yeah.
And the third, because we had always talked about 3.
Yeah.
I wanted 2 girls and a little brother.
Why 2 girls?
Because...
Why 2 girls?
Well, I wanted whatever, if we were only going to have 2 kids.
Yeah.
I thought maybe girl, boy.
Yeah.
When we decided to have 3, I was like, I really hope we have 2 daughters and a boy. And even mom asked, well, why do you care about that? My beef. My thing with that is I wanted him to be surrounded by
positive femininity.
I did.
Yeah.
Because I knew that women, this is a hard thing to explain.
Women make men better.
I didn't have I really believe that. But I didn't have this like description. I just knew it intuitively that it was going to be better for him in a world that would favor turning him into a little broy douchebag.
Yeah.
Because I grew up a boy and would have loved to have had older sisters. I would have loved it.
To bully you?
Not to bully me, because you guys didn't bully Nick.
Well, Taylor did. Me and Nick were best friends.
But Taylor was having her own.
But Taylor
had a moment.
Taylor was the older sister for sure.
Yeah, she had her own natural course to follow and stuff or whatever. But it's so funny because she used to give so much shit to you, and now you guys are like super close.
Yeah,
It's
we're buds.
Weird. But anyway, I don't know why I thought that was important. I just did. So I got exactly the order I wanted. I got exactly the
Lucky
breakdown.
you.
Yeah, I know. And I was so worried I wouldn't. I was like,
such an odd
I'm going to end up with 4 boys or something trying to get girls. And no, I mean, I know people that are like that. Who's like, your cousins like that. They keep trying to have a girl.
Wanted a girl, but
how many boys?
4 boys.
4 boys.
So many boys.
And I'm not that sure that if they tried one more time, they wouldn't get another boy.
Yeah, there's no guarantee.
No, it's like flipping a coin. Ultimately, it will even out over time, but how many kids can you have before you even out?
It's like, it's half and half the population. In fact, there's actually more women than men.
Yeah.
But also, that means that a family has only girls and a family has only boys, and that still evens out technically.
I know what it is. I wanted a softer, kinder, more conscientious kid out of the boy, given cultural norms.
He is a soft boy.
He's a very kind-hearted human. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I got that.
He's a great girl dad.
He's a very good girl dad. She loves him.
my gosh, that girl's so
she
cute.
says, Dad.
Except when she's screaming in the middle of the night.
Well, her teeth hurt. Yeah, what are you going to do? We got a AI call from our buddy Tanner.
Okay.
Oh, I should say Tanner made it even possible for us to go to that concert. We were going to go anyway, but it was going to be very expensive. Mm-hmm. And he goes, wait, I know somebody. Hooked us up.
That's so awesome.
Yep. He's big in the EDM scene, and he knows somebody who does
so
concert
cool.
promotion and stuff. And this girl's name was, well, I don't know if I can say her name, but she was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's just say, no, I don't want to.
Don't say anything. You know what's funny is I love being backstage at things in general. I think it stems from whenever I was doing like film stuff for school and college and everything. Mm-hmm. I love behind the scenes of anything. I don't even care I don't even want to meet the famous people. I just love being backstage.
Right. The sausage getting made.
Yeah, there's something about that I just freaking adore. So if anyone ever, wants to just set me up with that,
let her know.
Let me know.
You got a good gig going now at the old gig.
Yeah. I just love seeing how it's the same thing with Nerdtaculars. I love being back there and helping with swag and running around like a freak. It's fun.
It is fun.
It's more fun than going to a thing, in my opinion.
Well, I'm glad you have fun doing that because we're going to be having fun with that next year.
I'm stoked.
Whee!
I'm always down to help.
I'm terrified.
This is the reason I know anything about like technology or AV stuff or anything like that is because I had to.
That was good training, but you did a lot in school too.
Yeah. Tons.
Carter's always been on the technical side of things, which is good. So if your computer breaks and I'm dead, go to Carter.
Only if you're dead, though.
No,
Only as a last resort.
No, even if I'm alive, go to Carter. I don't want to do it anymore. All right. Anyway, Tanner, AI call, TikTok things. This is an option people can choose when they send us the call. They can choose to have their text
read
in
by
AI
voice,
which is what he did. Just so you know, for those who hate AI voices, it's a listener thing, gets to choose, not us. Yeah. We don't choose.
So hate the listener, not us.
Don't hate Tanner, though. He's the best. All right, here you go.
Those dumb TikTok videos with "the man walks into the room" are amazing. They are bad Chinese translations, then read by AI, and I watch them for how unhinged the descriptions get. Also, Scott, you need to watch Solo Leveling. Sung Jin-woo is a badass. Though I understand if you don't want to take my recommendation based on my TikTok viewing habits. Love ya, Tanner.
So the TikTok thing is I didn't realize that.
Is what?
It's usually Chinese translations.
Wrong.
That's what he said.
But there are a lot of those, yes.
Oh, well then.
Both are true.
Then why is he wrong? Why is it? Oh, both can be true.
I'm saying it's not all that translation stuff. It's just, that's probably what Tanner's watching, which means he's getting more of them, which makes it so it seems like that's all it is.
His algorithm is tuned for it.
Yeah.
I get it. I barely looked at, you know what? I didn't even know what was going on in the world. And I did that on purpose.
I've been avoiding
all news, everything.
So much social media.
Everything. All I did was, I really was present this trip. And I don't feel like I'm very good at that usually.
You know what I did? And it was really good for me.
What?
On Friday, when you guys left at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, I have stuff to do today. And then I was like, I don't feel like doing anything. And I'm kind of just like worn. I've been a little bit burned out just from work stuff.
Sure.
So I decided that Friday, I was going to have a me day. Alicia was at work. You guys were gone. No one else was in the house. And I did nothing.
Yeah.
All day except feed myself and watch Scissor 7.
That sounds all right.
And it was
Scissor 7.
Glorious for my mental health.
That's not about the thing we talked about.
No.
Okay.
You should watch Scissor 7 though. That's one that Nick also recommended me. It's a Chinese animated thing. But there are dubs.
That's good.
It's really weird and really fun.
Good though?
Really good. I really liked it. You have to get past the weirdness a little bit because it's very like goofy and silly and fart jokes, but then it'll have the most like beautifully animated fight scene you've ever seen in your life.
Cyrenik says, speaking of Chinese translations, have you looked up Backstroke of the West? Do you know what that is?
What?
I'm going to try this. Backstroke of the West.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Backstroke of the West.
Star Wars The Third Gathers, the Backstroke of the West. Did they make a Star Wars thing?
I don't know what that means.
Backstroke of the West is a bootlegged version of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, known for its humorous and poorly translated English subtitles that have resulted from a machine translation process. It became an internet phenomenon. I don't remember this.
I love that.
Let me see some of these.
I know China has a lot of like censorship laws, so it probably has to do with that.
Yeah, but they inadvertently said, Like the very first line in here is, "I need to know the true facts, teacher," says.
The true facts.
And the teacher, Obi-Wan, replies, "You are already at full cock now." Okay, let me find another one here.
So your next
I don't remember
it's
this.
Star Wars Episode 3 translated into Chinese and then back into English.
Spread all over the place the Empire. It's the Emperor's saying this to Anakin.
Yeah.
Spread all over the place the Empire. And then the Yoda says, "We must ruin the West."
What?
And then and then the Emperor says, "Bring the Milky Way the peace." I know it's not the
Bring
candy.
peace to the galaxy is what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's really funny. You know what? I want to watch that.
I think I might check it out. I didn't know this was
that's
a thing.
hilarious.
Backstroke of the West.
Backstroke of the
Must be a translation.
Because it's Revenge of the Sith.
Oh.
Backstroke of the West.
Okay.
That sounds hilarious.
All right, I'm in.
All right.
I'm all in on that. Thank you, Sir Next, for the info. I did not know that.
Oh, it's incredible.
Carter did the Bruno Mars song, says KT Data. What does he mean?
I didn't do anything on Friday.
Oh.
I don't do anything.
I forgot that song.
Is he still like imprisoned in Vegas?
He's not imprisoned. I think he still owes like $1.5 million though for his gambling debts.
Not that much
Something
considering.
like that. Yeah. I saw Donny Osmond on a brand new poster. He looked like
Donald.
a raisin with little beady eyes. It was a weird look for him. He's had so much work done. He's pushing 70 something.
Yeah.
Or he's getting there. I'm not sure how old he is. But it didn't look right. And that's fine. But do what you got to do.
He's been there forever. He is part of the Vegas.
He is now. His sister used to be there with him, but not anymore. She said, I'm out. I'm out.
I don't want to be here no more.
That's it. You're a little bit rock and roll. I'm a little bit out. Torturous Owl also sent us one of these calls about Utah. Here's what he says.
In honor of my move back to Utah this past week, I thought it'd be interesting to share my most wild Utah experience several years back. Note, while I'm not too concerned with doxing myself and you're welcome to use my last name, I will use Owl as my last name in the story below for simplicity. My wife and I grew up LDS, though we are no longer practicing. Shortly after we were married, we moved into a family congregation here in Utah, and after church were approached by an old man as we were headed out the door. Initially, he started just introducing himself and asking about us, since he didn't recognize us and noticed we were new. As an old man, he of course wanted to yap about whatever he wanted to, but it took a turn for the worse when he asked if I was related to other owls he knew. Now, while I wasn't raised too much in Utah, I certainly was born in Utah, as a lot of people are, but I informed this older gentleman that I was an only son of an only son of an only son, and that all the owls I'm related to are all Hawaiian. So I confirmed with him by saying, "Are these owls you know Hawaiian? If so, I might be related to them." His reply? "No, they're normal." Excuse me? Normal. I wished to give this older gentleman the benefit of the doubt, and so I hoped he was simply hard of hearing. However, this was not the case. I clarified, "Oh, do you mean they're Caucasian?" hoping that he'd correct himself and say he had misheard. Instead, he replied, "Yeah, they're normal." Truly, this old man had a warped understanding of what normal means.
Yeah.
And while my wife and I look back to it and laugh now, it was probably the most harrowing experience we had in the state. Thankfully, I have never had any further problems in Utah either before or after this. Do either of you have any experiences of prejudices you had living in Utah that stand out in your memory? Before signing off, I did want to say that all in all, I have liked and do like living in Utah, and am excited to have returned here. I don't want to scare anyone into thinking that all of Utah is like a single individual.
It is. No, you shouldn't come here.
I do, because I want my housing prices to stay down and the cost of living not to
Dude, I just saw a thing that says we're number one for the house price and wage disparity in the States.
Yeah.
That includes Hawaii.
Yeah, we also still have the most young people, youth ranging from 0 to 18, which means those people are all going to be in the job market, all looking for
everyone's
housing.
Everyone's going to leave.
No one's going to find it. They're going to have to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know what? Fine with that, because get the F out. Here's why.
Mr. I already own a house in Utah.
I know. I admit. I'm in a but look, I didn't change it.
I'm part of the young people, Dad.
I want it not to be that way for you. But for everybody else, go ahead and think we're weird. It's fine.
It is. It's weird here.
Go ahead.
No,
I've got 12 wives.
That's
all
a
the rumors you
wild
heard
story,
are true.
though.
It's not beautiful here. That doesn't have some of the best canyon land in the country. It doesn't have some of the most amazing lakes or mountain vistas.
No, it's horrible
It's
here.
horrible.
It's
Oh, the
stinky.
snow in the winter is
The
the
lake
worst.
smells like butt.
Well, that's true, actually.
I know.
It's other stuff I was making up. But the lake does stink.
Have you had any prejudices here?
No, because I'm a very white man.
Yes.
I think that it is good to hear these kind of perspectives because I actually met him a week before we left or something like that, a few days,
Oh, really?
like a week and a half ago.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he was on his way out here to have, his wife was having lunch with somebody.
There's something really funny about them using owl as the last name, though. Like, are you related to these other owls? Like, that's so
His
funny.
internet name is Torturous Owl.
No, I know. It's just really funny.
Which is why, but he brought me his, because he wasn't using it anymore. He brought me a copy of Fire Emblem: The Three Houses, which I'd never played on Switch, and I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
So he said, "Hey, I'd be happy
That's
to do
so
that." So we
nice.
met him at Van's Sunday. What do you call it? Swim lesson
Yes.
out there at the Goldfish place, and we made the exchange. And here's the thing I know for sure: like I wouldn't see this guy and go, "Oh, he's a slightly different color than me."
Okay.
Therefore,
Well, that's because you're not a weirdo.
that's my point. Like, I've never had anyone do that to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Necessarily. I try to be sensitive to that sort of thing.
I have had people. I've had a few comments, not like obviously not racial stuff, but
This isn't just a Utah problem.
I've had-
or maybe,
yes,
you know what?
maybe-
I'm sorry.
you know
It
what?
is
It
a
is.
Utah problem. Don't come
100%
here.
don't
It's the
come here.
worst. Okay, go ahead. Except Torturous Al. You're welcome here anytime. You can live here.
I've had like usually in Utah County, when like mothers who will like take their kids, like get them like away from me and be like, don't talk to her.
Yeah.
Or like I had one person who was just like, oh, she's one of those, and like
Because your head's
avoided
shaved and
me.
you got some tats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What they don't understand is,
I've had a few of those, and I'm always just like, meh.
here's what's funny about that. They have no idea.
I hope
I understand impressions
it
are
keeps
impressions.
the worst people away from me,
I
so
know
I'm
it
fine
does,
with
and
it.
It's totally fine. It's like wearing DEET to keep the freaking mosquitoes away. But you are not like what they think. Not even
No.
close to what they
No,
think.
not at all.
And that's funny to me.
It's like when people judge mom and think that she's a certain way, and I'm like, you've just missed out on literally the most generous person who's
Yeah,
even
you
alive.
have no idea. She would have bought you lunch, dinner, and breakfast
Yep.
because she's a freak.
I know that these people are dumb and lame, but I have had a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It's almost always in Utah County though, because Salt Lake County is a lot
Salt Lake
chiller.
County is very chill. We're a
Very-
big blue oasis here.
Yeah,
And,
everyone's really cool.
and
Most
Utah,
people are really cool.
there's some good stuff in Utah County, and I love Southern Utah. I love St. George. I like Cedar City.
Springville's
I like that.
cool.
Springville's cool
because it's like kind of art town.
Yeah, it's just the Ruby Franks of the world is all we don't like there. But whatever, she's in jail, rightly so.
Yes.
But
We also have-
it's good for me to hear these things because I don't think of it that way. Like when I see him, my immediate thought is, "Cool, man, dude's from Hawaii. No way, Hawaiian heritage
Yeah.
is cool."
Bringing me a video game.
I get excited, but part of that is because I grew up in a very diverse household in a kind of non-diverse state. Like, do we have black people, Asian people, Indian people, everybody from different places? I know it's
pretty diverse here.
India, but we're very diverse. People don't think we are. Well, you know what? Go ahead and keep thinking it because we don't
You know
want
what it
you here.
is though?
But
my
truthfully,
friend told me because we were talking about this the other day. She has the perfect point. It's the church. It's the LDS church has brought, because we're kind of the mecca of that church.
Mm-hmm.
So it has brought a lot of people from other places who want to live in that zone.
the Islanders, lots of Mexican families,
A lot of Asia.
and Europeans for that matter. But what I'm saying is, what was I going to say? I had a point. Oh, I guess it's just good it's good once in a while to be reminded of that. Oh, I was going to say, because I grew up with 3 Koreans in the house.
Yeah.
And that was weird.
Yeah. I grew up with lots of
people. Other people thought it was weird.
Korean and Korean.
To me, it was normal.
Caucasian mix.
But my brother got called the C word, not that C word, different C word.
No, I know what C word.
all the time, and he didn't understand. And I remember thinking, oh,
Yep.
people are going to do this? This is bad.
No, I know. It's wild to me when I've witnessed it a couple times where someone will say something or do something incredibly racist, and I'm like, what's happening?
I had a friend.
Where are we living? How is this? Like, who has their brain go, yes, this is an okay thing to do?
I had a friend who you'll know. I'm not going to say names.
Okay.
Who, in private, dropped the N-word a lot. Now, he would usually use it out of context. Like, not...
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And I look back on it now and I just think...
Should have seen the signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because part of it was like, well, yeah, I don't know how he grew up. And he's not calling people that. It's more of a side reference. And I don't know why he thinks he's so comfortable saying it around me. But maybe don't do that. But, you know, he wouldn't say it in mixed company or whatever. But that's where it started and ended. But now...
I just remember people...
I know things now, and I'm just like...
Get bullied so hard in my school if they were racist or sexist or any of those things. Like, if someone said something like that... It
flipped.
Everyone would bully that kid.
You should see that as progress.
It is progress, but also it's weird right now because certain folk have emboldened others to believe that it's okay to do those things again.
There's a big effort to bring it all back, man, but it's not going to happen.
No.
It's going to get weird, but it ain't going to happen. Like,
there's more of one group than there is of another.
Yeah. But actually, Kevin could tell you in the chat, he's got so many great restaurant recommendations that are these small, no one's heard of, Filipino family own it, or this is an Egyptian guy. You know, I'm making some of this up, but like these really unique restaurants and places that are very, very culturally diverse and racially diverse. And people just have this image of the state. And maybe rightly so, given the prominence of the culture that landed here.
Sure, yeah.
But it really isn't like what people think at all. It's nothing like it. And I had a guy today, it wasn't even about this. It was about the land itself. He says, I put that picture of that huge cloud up and said it's the mothership or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't know why, but I thought Utah was just a big old desert from like edge to edge. I'm like, no, we get snow and winter and
we're a
spring
weird corner too, where we have like...
Well, northern Utah.
We have wetlands in the... Yeah. Like, it's weird.
We have a funky ecosystem all the way from the top all the way down to the bottom. Where
it's probably because the mountains make everything a little weird.
For sure. You know, it's a weird place.
It's weird.
And KT Dage is right. Still 90% white people here.
Yes.
There's no getting around that. No. But if you took just Salt Lake City, way more diverse than people think. Which is good, and I'm proud of it.
Stop bragging about our state.
Quit coming here. It's the worst.
No, it sucks here.
Quit buying houses for way more than they're worth,
and
California.
Renting them to people for way too much.
Oh, Zillow. If I could kick Zillow in the collective nuts, I'd do it.
Collective Zillow nuts.
Because they bought all that housing. How is it not illegal?
Everyone.
I still don't know how it's not illegal. I don't get it.
I don't know anymore. I'm waiting for everything to explode so that I can afford things.
We need a reset, don't we, a little bit?
Big reset.
Yeah. All right, well, there's that. How about this? Isaac from Virginia about the Big Lebowski. He is not AI. He is a normal voiced man.
All right.
Ready?
Hi, Scott and Carter. Isaac from Virginia here. I'm calling about your conversation around the Big Lebowski and your discussion that hit me in two different ways. The first one was I did just recently watch it with my daughter, who is at 13, and I can confirm it's pretty vulgar, and I can confirm that the bunny scene next to the pool is pretty awkward. The second note is that you mentioned the edited version from TNT or wherever, and I also have a memory of when I was younger watching that movie and it having a classic edit job that was so funny, the way it was repeated and the cadences of the delivery of, do you see what happens, Larry, when you find a stranger in the Alps?
All right, y'all have to go watch the movie to understand the
means.
reference. I'm not going to give it away, but that's great.
Yeah,
see, I'm not the only one. But also the edit I heard was really well done to the point that I thought it was the real one.
It was like, well, you were also younger, so maybe you just didn't.
That's true.
Didn't also, know what was good.
What speaker were you talking? Were you talking on a toaster?
It sounded like a car.
Oh,
phone
might have been a
almost.
car. Might have been a car.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there's that.
There's that.
Thank you for that. If you guys want to keep those coming in, you can do it at voicecast.app/Monday. And before we go, 2 documentary recommendations.
Oh, yes.
You wrote Poop and Lego.
Yep. So one is the...
Explain this.
Pharrell Williams Lego documentary about his life. It's really cool. It's really charming.
To talk about his hats.
I don't think they talk about his fashion sense, which is really funny.
It's all about
it was really
hats.
fun to watch.
Okay.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Cool.
And then what was the other one? Poop. So
Poop.
Netflix has these like disaster documentaries. They're like short. It was about 50 minutes. But this one was about the Carnival cruise where all the toilets broke and they were stuck at sea for like 5 days with broken toilets and had to poop in bags.
Where is this?
It's on Netflix.
I gotta watch.
You gotta watch it. It's so funny though, because these people who they are interviewing who
What's
were
it
there.
called? Do you know the name?
Poop cruise, I think.
Poop. Really?
Yeah. It the
Let's
people
take a
who
look.
are on this documentary
Train
so-
wreck, poop cruise.
Yeah,
Netflix.
Poop Cruise. Trainwreck is like all their disaster documentary like series they're doing.
Oh, I am watching this.
Yeah, so it's really, you'll watch it and you'll see, but it's so funny how these people who are on this cruise are so dramatic about it. They're like, we had to poop in bags. What a terrible thing we've been
It's a whole
through.
series. I didn't even know what this was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got Trainwreck, Mayor of Mayhem, which is the Ford guy in Toronto
Mm-hmm.
who was a cocaine addict. You have
There's one that's like a
Astro
festival.
World. Where is it? Cult of Mexican Apparel.
Oh.
Trainwreck, Poop Cruise, which you mentioned.
Yep,
The
that I did
Woodstock
watch.
one, Woodstock 99, which, my gosh, that was so bad.
But they're like short things. But yeah, the Poop Cruise
The
thing,
Liver
hilarious.
King. F that guy.
It was really funny and
Oh, no, Liver King's
embarrassing for these people and also a nightmare.
I'm watching this. And you liked
They
it, though.
were
It was well made.
Yes, it was well made. It was like, it's very much that like, then the scary music happens and it's like, oh, we were trapped down there and the lights weren't like, it's dramatized for real. But it's fun.
I'd have to poop off the edge. I can't do bags.
Well, they talk about it, but it's also like, they literally act like pooping in a bag is the end of the world. And I'm like, you guys,
It does sound kind of
you
awful.
deal with that stuff though.
You do. You live.
It's like during COVID when everyone was like, "Oh, no more toilet paper, we're screwed," and I'm like, "Use a cloth." I don't know. Like, there's worse things.
I'm watching this.
Yeah, you should.
I'm
I think
gonna.
it's way up your alley.
I'll watch it before we have the show next time, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Claire, she says, "You can poop in a bag."
that was a good impression. It
Is that
sounded
a-
just like her. I actually thought she was here for a second.
Because I got the sippins. I thought I heard this weekend because we drove by a huge dispensary, and on the outside they had one of those giant sip bottles that she likes. They're small when you get them, but they just got a little THC, and you pour it into your drink, and then you sip it all day.
Yeah,
They're giant. Had a big mock version of it out front. It was cool.
you should get it.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Legos and poop. Check them out.
Legos and poop, good documentaries.
I want to thank some Patreon regulars for helping us keep this show on the air. Galantino Israel. Amazing name.
Amazing name.
Aaron Frost. It's a fine name.
Good name.
It's a good,
Solid name.
bog standard name.
Bog standard.
Jim Jensen. Fantastic name because he's the Jim
Fantastic
Jensen that
person.
used to pick on me when I was younger. This is a new Jim Jensen. He's much nicer.
I didn't know you had a.
And also I made up with that Jim Jensen, so it's fine now. It's water under the bridge.
Fine.
He heard me on a show
Wow.
talking about.
Now he's gonna hear this one and be like, "Wow, that asshole."
I mean, he tore my retina from my eyeball,
Oh, that's that kid.
but it wasn't just that. He was just mean to me younger,
Yes.
and we're kids.
Yeah, you're
I'm
kids.
not
I
blaming
get
him
it.
now, but he sent me a big email and apologized and stuff. He was super nice.
That's so healthy and lovely.
It's very healthy. So I'm not trying to drag that up again. I like both
I'm
Jims.
still bitter.
I'm still bitter, but I love Jim. Both Jims. Anyway, thank you all for your support and everybody in there. We got new stickers going out soon.
Yep.
Are we behind?
No,
What am I behind on? Something.
we're behind on a lot. To be fair, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I think that Barbie movie is what I'm thinking of. But,
we need to, and the other one. Oh my gosh.
and the other one, whatever it was. But anyway, who's up? You are.
Yep.
Okay, so Carter will be working on new stickers. Those will be going out. Patreon.com/The Monday Show, where you can get no ads ever. That's for everybody. These art and stickers, you can get that at a certain level. And these bonus streams that we got coming your way. But you also get pre-show content every week. Nobody else gets that, just the patrons. So if you are interested at all in supporting your favorite father-daughter podcast, why, hop on over to patreon.com/The Monday Show today. Everything else is at frogpants.com/Monday.
Monday.
Anything else you want to say?
I got nothing else to say.
Before we go?
A 4.
No, I don't think I do either. All right, that's it, everybody.
gotta
Thanks for
pee
listening.
really bad.
Do you have to pee?
Yeah.
You want to pee and then do our photo?
Yeah.
Titles, I mean?
But we'll finish our. Yeah.
All right, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Monday, when further surprising and thrilling things occur.